Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to another video. So today's plugin is on SuperDeluxe Lobby. I know some of you guys asked for that, so thank you for requesting. I do enjoy getting requests by you guys. This is honestly one of the biggest lobby plugins out there. It disables so much like hunger, item drop. There's tons of custom messages that pop up on the screen or on the side. There's a huge scoreboard as well as broadcast messages in the chat. Not only that, but there are items that can transfer you to different servers or just do anything really. They can execute a command. There's symbols that you can put in text for like the messages that appear. It's really great. There's so many things that you can do. This is honestly a huge lobby plugin. As you guys can see, that just broadcasted on the screen, even on the action bar right there. You might have missed it, but really awesome stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Drop this plugin inside your plugins folder. Go ahead and restart your server, and then all this will come on up. So actually the first thing that we want to do is we want to set the spawn. So to do that, it's going to be a simple command. The command is /superlobby set spawn. And then you got to give it a name. So I'm just gonna make this hub. There we go. So let's go back and look at all the things that you can change. Let's go ahead and start off with the config. So here you can add the worlds that you want to include, what you want to disable and enable. That's what I was talking about earlier. So rain, block breaks. Obviously you want to protect your spawn. You might want to have that on true. Block place, block burn, drop item, item move. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously you guys can change this how you want to. Let's go ahead and ignore everything below, because for me I edited all like the messages in a different config and it worked. So when you're done changing all what to enable and disable, go ahead and save it. Let's go ahead and open up the announcer config. All right, so here this is like the chat message, what will be announced here. You can change the interval, how long. You can change how many messages it has. So honestly you can go ahead and add another line if you really wanted to. You can change the titles. You can add how many titles. So basically this one goes first. Once that's done, there's some time in between, and then this one will go off. So you can change that. You can change the color code, which makes it everything else after it display in a certain color. The fade in, fade out time. Keep in mind, this isn't like seconds. This is like ticks. So every 20 ticks is 1 second. So this is 1 second. That's like 2.5. You guys get the idea. So you can change it to what you want. Boss bar, like I said, this doesn't work for me, but if it works for you, just change it exactly the same layout as that. Action bar, it showed up for a little bit. You guys can change that as well. Maybe you want to make this last a little bit longer. I'm going to make it last 150 ticks. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And also, there's a picture on the screen that will allow you to add symbols. So basically, you just put in the code for it, and it will turn into a symbol in game. So I'm going to go ahead and actually add one. I'm gonna add I'm gonna go ahead and add just random dots. So, oh, hold on. I want to put that to the left. So it's just like that. And then at the end of it too, make sure you put it inside the quotes though. And hit save. Now we can go ahead and change the scoreboard. Now, honestly, I don't really want all of this at all. I just want one simple thing in one color. So let's just make this different color here. And to me, that's fine. Actually, let's change the name too. We don't need Super Lobby. I would go with what the name of your server is. And then this line, this first line is for, like, as you guys can see, there's a space. First line's for a space. Second line has two sorts of content. So nick and then the name. And this is a placeholder, just like we added the symbol, it had little arrows. It's a placeholder, so it'll change for, every player that looks at it. Another space, and then this coordinate. So basically you can change that how you want. I'm not a big fan of scoreboards. Honestly, for me, I wouldn't have them. The cool thing is, though, if you have like a different type of server, like an RPG server, there's more placeholders that you can add. So more of like these things, like a coordinate or display name, those are called placeholders. If you want to find more, I'll include a link to Placeholder API placeholders, which is really huge for, like, it literally has so many, like hundreds of placeholders. How much health they have, you can display it on the scoreboard, compass, the world time, just a whole bunch of things. I'm going to add it in the description for you guys. So maybe that can help for like RPG servers or something like that. As you guys can see, the line at the bottom is not working. So I don't really know what the deal is. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of all that and just make it one line. So I'm just going to go ahead and add something simple, such as have fun. And hit save. And now let's go to custom events. Based on the rank that the player is, a certain event will happen, such as fireworks. Like if you're the owner, you can generate more fireworks, I guess, to make it a big entrance. As you guys saw, the fireworks went off when a player entered the server, so that happens. And basically, you can name the permission node whatever you want, but you copy the permission node into your permissions folder for that group. So you just copy this into the owner group inside of your permissions plugin, and that should work. And then a certain join message. It's all custom. You guys can make it for whatever rank you want. I'm not gonna spend too much time. It's pretty simple. Info commands. So these are commands that will execute. So if you type /YouTubers, I'll show you in game real quick. This will happen. So basically this is just like an info kind of thing. So if you want, like a player wants to be a YouTuber on your server, they have to look at the requirements and terms. There's a social pages command that will get out all the links for your server. So let's check that one out. So pretty cool. I would honestly name it like maybe like /social media or something, whatever you want though. I'm gonna change it just so you guys can see the change when I restart the server. Rules help, and obviously you guys can change this however way you want. The arrows and like these dash lines are just for decoration and spacing. So yeah, now this is the items page. Basically the two items that were in my inventory. So this one, if you right click, this can take you to a different server, or this can open something, whatever you want it to do. Unfortunately, the skull does not work at all. So you guys might want to, if it works for you, you know, you can keep it, but if it doesn't, you might want to change that. And up here, these are the type of commands that can be executed. So whether it's a server command, or if it's to the player or console, you could broadcast or give or money. That one's supposed to happen. Points, tell, open. When you hover over the milk bucket, it displays game modes and right button. You can change it to like servers or whatever you want. You can change it from a milk bucket to something else, what slot it's in, the commands it executes. So let's see one more time. When I right click, it tells me that command was executed. Honestly, I'd probably get rid of it because obviously it opens up. So we don't really need someone telling us that. And to the player, it opens up the menu. So that's pretty much it for that, because the items only do one thing. They open up a menu. This is the name of that menu. And if we go into the menus config, this is where it gets like, you can, you know, take your players to another server or something. Or like me, I would use multi-universe, and I would just teleport them to another world. So if we scroll down, the name of the menu is called menu. There's 3 rows. You can change this how you want. The items, this is survival server. It can execute a command. So for me, I would make this like TP survival, you know, take players to the survival world. But you would change this to player, colon, and then without the slash, you would name it, because I don't have multi-universe, but you would name it TP survival, right? And then you would change this to the player because this is directed to the player. And the server, that's kind of like a Bungie thing, so you don't, you know, that's why that was server. You can change all the items for it, the names. I'm not going to go too much into this. It's honestly pretty self-explanatory. You can change it to whatever command you want, whatever item you want, however you want it to look. That's all you. All right, so honestly, we made a couple changes. I'm going to go ahead and restart a server, and you know, that's it for the config for me. I basically went through everything, a good rundown. All right, so now we're back on the server. You guys can see freaking everything right now. Literally the title message, the action bar at the bottom, it says welcome to my server. You know, it does as it says. Oh, it even got the little symbol that we added there. And then on the scoreboard, it says have fun on the bottom. That's exactly how I set it up, even tutorial craft. And yeah, so like I said, you guys can change this however you want. Keep in mind, you don't want to have too much like messaging going on. Like really only one is fine. Like the title, you know, you don't really need the action bar. The scoreboard's fine. You just don't want too much. Anyways, guys, that's enough advice, enough help from me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.